Hi, I'm Adriana, and in today's video I'm gonna talk about consumerism and minimalism. Basically, two terms that would not exist without the other. Minimalism started as an extreme form of abstract art in the United States in the 1960s and basically meant simple geometric shapes that were based on the rectangle and the square. Now, this is not the type of minimalism that I'm gonna talk about. The type of minimalism that I'm gonna talk about is related to the 300,000 items in the average American home. It relates to the fact that the average British woman buys 59 items of clothing yearly, but she always has at least 20 pieces of clothing that she has never worn. British research found that the average 10-year-old owns about 238 toys, but only plays with around 12 daily. It relates to the fact that in 2018 alone, British people wasted 3.9 billion pounds on useless purchases. Now, think about yourself. How many TVs do you own? Do you have one super large one in your living room? A medium one in your bedroom? Maybe you even have a smaller one in the kitchen just in case. How many things are too many things? When do we put a stop to buying more? This video is not a guide on how to become a minimalist, nor could it ever be. I'm no minimalist. I love to buy fresh flowers every week, I like to have a variety of clothes to choose from, and I love my stationery. However, I do want to become more intentional with the stuff that I own and that I purchase. And so I've done the 30 days decluttering challenge. Basically, it's a challenge when you declutter +1 items every day. So day 1 you declutter 1 item, on day 5 you declutter 5 items, on day 10 you declutter 10 items, and so on. Although I didn't film every day, here's how it went. How I wanted to approach this challenge was not the official way to do it, but it just felt easier for me. Basically, instead of doing one piece every day and then adding another piece of decluttering the other day, I decluttered zones of my house and then I just noted down whatever I've decluttered and I've spread them onto multiple days. I have a huge pile of me. Let me just try to show you. A huge pile of things that I decluttered. And I'm so happy because I can't wait to actually get rid of all these things that I've just put here. I have a lot of empty boxes and packaging that I was still keeping stuff in. Now I just throw them away. And the thing is, I'm not gonna throw away all this stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna throw away the things that are actual trash. But I will donate everything else that I can. I have some slippers, another empty packaging, a lot of expired and old meds. So I have 10 expired packages of meds. Then I also have a lot of jewelry that I put into these that I haven't worn for the past year, so I will not start wearing now. And these earrings as well that are brand new but just don't fit my ears. Then when it comes to books, I also have a lot of stuff that I would like to donate because I read them and it's the type of books that I will never reread again. I have this mountain of a book which is Marc Jacobs Unseen, and it's a sort of coffee table book that has a lot of beautiful pictures from Marc Jacobs collections. But I got it on a super offer. I spent £1 on it. I just haven't ever opened it. I'm not into fashion that much. First of all, just donate it and someone lucky and interested in fashion will get it. My old TK Maxx member card and some body cream, and that's it for now. I'm just gonna... So I kind of failed this challenge in a way, but I also didn't fail this challenge on a more broader and general way, I've decluttered 127 items, which is a lot if you think about the fact that I most probably paid at least £1 for each of the items. That's already 127 pounds that I wasted, and I'm sure I've spent more than £1 on most of them. But the good thing is that I got rid of them and that I realized that I didn't use them and it just didn't clutter my space anymore. So let me tell you exactly what I've decluttered, because I've wrote everything down. First, 3 days I've decluttered clothes. On the 4th day I've decluttered empty candles that I thought I would reuse the glass at some point, but I never did. On day 5 I decluttered empty random bags. On day 6 I decluttered books. On day 7 I decluttered stationery, old calendars, empty boxes, and just random stuff like empty packages and stuff. On day 8 I've decluttered water bottles, old paint and paint stuff, external battery and other electronics that just didn't work anymore, beauty products that were out of date. On day 10 I decluttered my whole desk, so that was 10 items that I got rid of. On day 11 I decluttered chokers, some old accessories. On day 12 I decluttered expired pills and medicine and all that kind of like cold and flu stuff. On day 13 I decluttered a lot of random stuff from all the drawers in the house. And then I only did day 16 and day 20. On day 16 I decluttered makeup, and on day 20 I decluttered some more jewelry. So I basically did 15 days. I did half the challenge, which is still good. But I got a lot of insight from doing all these 15 days, and even though I didn't continue to film myself decluttering something else, I continued to do it on an ongoing basis, and I learned a lot from it. How I felt? Well, it feels liberating. It's like ripping a band-aid off. You know you should have done it long time ago, but you're just happy you did it. In one of the many videos that I've watched on YouTube on decluttering and minimalism, a phrase stood out to me. And it was something like this: the first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't love. And that is so powerful, because if there's clutter everywhere, or at least for me it works like that, if there's clutter everywhere I look, I instantly don't feel as productive, as motivated. My workspace doesn't feel fresh, doesn't feel clean, it doesn't motivate me to work there. And so I don't want to say, oh, just become a minimalist. It's so easy. I got rid of all my stuff. As you can see here, there's still clutter around me. I love plants, I love books. I still have so many books, and I'm planning to buy more because I just don't like the feeling of an ebook. But what I learned throughout this challenge is that everything that I own must provide something for me. Either that's a decorative purpose, I love how that item looks, either it's functional and it helps me do something. And yes, I still own a lot of stuff that might not have such a big purpose, which is why this is a process. Becoming a minimalist and learning how to live more intentionally, it's a process. You can't just do it. You can't just sell all your stuff overnight. It doesn't work like that. Now, do certain sectors or brand, should they be aware and worried about this trend? Yes, they already are, I think. They already know that people don't necessarily buy stuff just to buy stuff. I think brands are starting to realize that, which is why we see more intentional items that are made for intentional living. There's not so many pointless or useless items everywhere you see and everywhere you go. I think the future is minimalist, but I don't think minimalist has a definition nowadays. I don't think minimalist means you can only have 5 pieces of clothing, 5 t-shirts, 2 jeans, 1 pair of shoes. I don't think minimalism can be explained to everyone using the same terms. Minimalism for me might mean stop shopping at Primark and buying every single thing that is on clearance. Minimalism for you might mean Stop buying toys for your kid every single day, or for your cat, or for your dog, or just random purchases that are not intentional. Having said all this, tomorrow shops reopen. And of course, we are going to see a surge in shopping for the first few weeks. But if there's one thing that you should get out of this video, that's intentionality. Only buy what you need. Think about what you need and then wait for the clearance time, and not the other way around.